Before we get started with today's game hunting journey, I just want to let you know that I need your help. We are trying to hit 1,000 subscribers before the end of 2023, and I can't do that without your help. So I wanted to make this a little more interesting. We're coming up pretty close to the 150th episode of the Bargain Game Hunter, and I figure what better way to celebrate such a milestone than to hit 1,000 subscribers before we hit 150. So, if you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button, click that notification bell, let your friends know about this cool, hip, new game hunting channel that you just stumbled across. And if we can hit 1,000 subscribers before we hit 150 episodes of the Bargain Game Hunter, we're going to do a pretty epic giveaway episode where I will go out game hunting and find games specifically to give to the community. Don't miss out. Hit that subscribe button. Encourage your friends to do so. Let's get back to game hunting for another episode of the Bargain Game Hunter.
Boss, you can pull it over here. I don't want to do it because you never know.
Yeah, okay.
What?
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you. Awesome, thank you. It is Cinco de Mayo, so why not celebrate by doing a little game hunting? So we're going to start off at Cache America, see if they've got anything good since last time I was here. Let's go.
How are you, sir? Good?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Very good. Hey, you want a hot dog from beverage?
Yeah, I'll definitely get one in a sec. All right, cool.
Want water or Sunki's orange?
Uh-huh.
Orange or water?
Orange sounds good.
Orange.
Oh, thank you.
Boss, I serve you now.
All right. No, I just wanted to look at some of the games. On the top shelf, there's a Viking game and then Mortal Kombat right next to it. Look at those two. Okay. 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 Also on that top shelf, I see SOCOM 4. Yeah, that one. And then on the very end, the PS2, there's a Van Helsing game. Yeah. Look at that one. Okay. Okay. Let's see. On the PS4 section.
Boss, you can pull it over here. I don't want to do it because you never know.
Yeah, okay.
What?
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you. Awesome, thank you. Okay, there's a Sniper 3. I'll look at that one. Okay. Let's see. Street Fighter in the same section. Yeah. Thank you. right, yeah, that's okay. I think that's good for me.
That's good?
Yeah. See what you can do for me.
We can do 3 instead of 5 for these.
That's perfect. Okay.
Sorry about the bun, but you know.
No, it's fine, man. Hey, a free hot dog's a free hot dog. I ain't complaining.
And they're Nathan's too. So.
Oh, good stuff. Love it.
We're at 1828.
Sounds good. Awesome. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you. You too. All right.
Baby has me trust me when I come with lust and lust. I bring you that comfort. I ain't gonna
I never go here because they never have good deals. Usually it's a flat price and it's an expensive flat price, but it's been a while. I'll check Queen of Pond, see if they've gotten anything. Let's go. Hello. I'm just looking at the games. Yeah, nothing there. Well, it's a warm May afternoon in Florida. So, of course, my face is bright red. I've been out in the sun. But I once again scored a Cash America. They got a few more games that they didn't have before. Some pretty solid ones. I think at least one of these I'm going to trade in. There's 2 I could trade in, but I'm probably going to keep one of them. So basically how this shook out, they actually started individually pricing their games, but like by groupings. And the groupings are pretty reasonable. So, and of course, because it's me, they knocked off at least $1 or $2 off of each game. So I believe how it shook out is I got the PS3 games for $3, or PS4 games for $3 a piece, PS3 games for $2 a piece, and then the PS2 game was $2. So yeah, pretty happy with that. So we're gonna start off with Sniper Ghost Warrior 3 on the PS4. I have a bunch of Sniper games. I don't own this one. I figured, it's a game you don't see that often in pawn shops, so I figured I'd snag it for $3. Can't go wrong there. This one's the one I'm probably going to trade in, honestly, just because it's... A, Corey has it, and B, there are better versions of this particular game, so... I don't know, maybe I'll keep it, maybe I won't. I'm probably going to trade it in, though. We have Street Fighter V on the PS4. It's a Street Fighter game. I don't own it technically, but it's worth well more than double what I paid, so it's probably worth trading in. My lone PS2 game, and I think this one's a fun addition to the collection. It's another movie-based game, and it's from a movie that a lot of people may have forgotten about. We have Van Helsing on the PS2. This is the action-adventure game that stars Hugh Jackman as Van Helsing as he fights Dracula and monsters, and I don't know, I enjoyed the movie. It wasn't a great movie, but it was a fun 2004, 2005 action movie, and the game looks pretty fun too. And then we got some solid PS3 pickups I'm pretty excited about. First we have, assuming I don't drop it, in a pretty destroyed case, Viking Battle for Asgard on the PS3. This is kind of a God of War-esque game about Vikings, made by the Creative Assembly, the same team who made the Total War series and Alien Isolation. So I played it when it came out. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it. Next up, and this one I think is a solid one, we have SOCOM 4 on the PS3. I believe I own SOCOM 2. I don't own the fourth one, but it's a SOCOM game, and it came out on the PS3. Pretty sure the servers are disconnected, so I don't think I can actually play it online anymore. But fun tactical action game on the PS3, first party. And then last, and this one's in really good shape. I'm on the fence about trading it in, but it is in really good shape, so maybe I'll hold on to it this time. We have Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe on the PS3. It is the greatest hits version, but it's very complete. It's in great condition, so it might be worth holding on to. So 6 games. I think I paid around like 18 bucks after taxes, so not bad at all. Pretty happy with that score. So now, let's see what the rest of the day takes me. All right, so it is time for our final recap, and I picked up a couple extra things after I went to Cash America Online that I was sharing. So this episode, unintentionally, became basically a PlayStation Through the Generations episode because I picked up games from all but one of the PlayStation home consoles. I have everything from PlayStation 2 up to PlayStation 5, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, we picked up some good games, so we're going to go in order. We'll start with, and it just so happens that the games that I picked up actually make sense in that order because I got most of them from Cash America, the older gen stuff, and then the new stuff is newer gen, so it works out. So we're going to start off with Van Helsing on the PS2. If you ever saw the movie, it's a fun action movie from the director of The Mummy, starring Hugh Jackman as Van Helsing. Is it a great movie? Not really. Game was pretty fun though, not gonna lie. I played it back in the day on the PS2. It's a pretty good shape. It is in a Blockbuster case, no manual, but the disc is in good shape, so I figured it was worth a grab. I paid $2, and this is worth $9, so solid little addition to the collection. Next up, we have Viking Battle for Asgard on the PlayStation 3. Moving up a generation. This case is pretty badly damaged, so I'm definitely going to look to try to get a better one or upgrade it. But I played this game as well back in the day. It's a pretty fun action-adventure game, kind of like God of War, but Viking-themed, which, oddly enough, God of War would become Viking-themed later. But yeah, pretty solid game, and it's overall in pretty good shape, aside from the case being pretty trashed. But it's got the cover art. Cover art's in good shape, and the disc is in good shape, so there you go. Anyway, I paid $3 for this, and it is worth $8, so not too bad there. Next, we have SOCOM 4 on the PS3, the 4th entry in the SOCOM series. Now I think I have one, or no, I don't have one. I only have 2 and 4. 2 on the PS2 and then 4 on the PS3. SOCOM was a very popular third-person shooter series, especially when the PlayStation started going online. Very popular online game. They haven't made a new one in a very long time because Zipper Interactive went under. But yeah, figured it was worth a grab. It's a first-party PlayStation game. I paid $3 for this, and it is worth $6, so this is the least valuable game we have all day, but that's okay. Then we have a very, very nice copy of Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe on the PS3. I know some people are not the biggest fan of the red cases and the greatest hits versions, but this game is basically brand new. It looks it's complete. It's in amazing shape. Why would I not grab it? And I don't have it. I've owned it a few times and I've traded it in pretty much every time. This copy is in such good condition, I think it's worth keeping for once. I paid $3 for this, and it is worth $11. So this one actually has some pretty good value there. Now we're moving up to PS4. My one PS4 game that I picked up and kept is Sniper Ghost Warrior 3 on the PS4. I have Ghost Warrior 1 and 2 on the 360. Now I have Ghost Warrior 3 on the PS4. There's a PS4 game I didn't own. It's not a game you see super often. It does have the season pass code. Don't know, it probably won't work because it expired in 2019. But I have it, might as well add to the collection. I paid, I think, $3 for this, and it's worth $12, so it actually has some decent value. And now we got the 2 games that I picked up online, both from Amazon. One I got as a pricing error, and I'm pretty happy with it. I think it's a pretty solid pickup. The other one, I saw it online, I had some leftover credit, and I'm like, why not? So The pricing error game is Trek to Yomi, the deluxe edition on the PS4. So this game is out on pretty much everything. It's on PS4, PS5, Series X. Only reason I picked up the PS4 physical version is because there was a pricing error. Normally this sells for at least $50, and Amazon randomly had it priced for $30 for the deluxe edition, so I grabbed it. The deluxe edition includes an art book, a download code for the soundtrack, and then of course the full game. Trek to Yomi looks really cool. I've heard good things about it. I can play it on Game Pass. I'm probably not going to open this, but figured I'd snag it. Why not? Anyway, I paid $30 and this is actually worth $50. So yeah, pretty solid pickup there. And then moving on to the final PlayStation generation, we have Jitsu Squad on the PS5. I don't know. This looked interesting. It's a side-scrolling beat-em-up, but has some interesting art style. Looks pretty fun. It was cheap. It was $30. So I figured, you know what? I'll give it a shot. Why not? And I'm always happy to add more games to my PS5 collection. I paid $30 for this, and it is worth $35. And that's it. So we did some game hunting, went back to Cash America, scored yet again. It seems like every 2 weeks is a pretty good repetition rate for Cash America, because so far I've done pretty well when I've gone every 2 weeks. So hopefully in another 2 weeks I'll go back and score yet again. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed our nice little trip down PlayStation memory lane. The only thing that would have been better is if I somehow found like a really nice PS1 game for cheap. Honestly, out of all the PlayStation generations, that's the one I have the least games in, but I do have some good ones. Like I do have Final Fantasy VII, and of course Heart of Darkness, which is a more uncommon PS1 game. But yeah, can't complain. So that's going to do it for this episode of the Bargain Game Hunter. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you're new around here, be sure to hit the subscribe button, click the notification bell. That way you know when new videos drop. Of course, we are on the road to 1,000 subscribers, and we're trying to hit that number before episode 150 of the Bargain Game Hunter. So if you have not already done so, please subscribe. And if you do, and if we can hit 1,000 before episode 150, I'm going to do a very special episode where I go game hunting and everything I pick up is exclusively for you, the viewers. So if you want that to happen, we got to hit 1,000 subscribers by episode 150. We're a little over halfway there. We can do it. Also, next week I'm going back to AZ Thrift, so that's going to be fun. And of course, a certain big game is coming out that I'm sure you probably are pretty excited for if you own a Nintendo Switch, and I got a few products relating to that, so you'll see those as well in the next episode. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week on another episode of the Bargain Game Hunter. Bye-bye.